Hello, everybody. In the last class, we covered this assignment here, which was Introduction to Measures of Central Tendency, Mean, Median, and Mode. And today we're going to do a quiz review here. If you did not do this assignment, make sure you do this assignment first, and then you'll be ready to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up because it's got some good websites that we visited yesterday. So go ahead. So I'm going to do that real quick. So yesterday, these are the sites that we saw right here. There was the mean of the set of numbers. Let me do this. Let's do a quick review. So the first thing we learned about was how to find the mean. It's the average of the numbers. And it tells you here, you add up all the numbers, divide by how many numbers there are, and that's it. So like, for example, what's the mean of these numbers? There's three numbers. So 6 plus 11 plus 7 equals 24. And then there's three numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, divide by 3. That's all there is to it. Okay. Okay. To find the median value, that's going to be, it's the middle number in a sort of listed numbers. So these numbers are in order, 10's smallest, then 11's bigger, 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 and it's the middle number. Okay. That's all there is to it. And so here's an example that you saw yesterday, but you got to put them in order, right? And then you'll find it. And let's see. Sometimes you have two numbers in the middle. What do you do there? Well, if you have two numbers in the middle, like this was an example here. You had 21 and 23, right? So what do you have to do? You have to find the value between them. So you have to go 21 plus 23 and then divide by 2. So the median would be that if there's two numbers in the middle, okay? So the next one was mode. Mode is just the number that shows up most often, okay? So what is the mode? Well, it's if you look at this list of numbers here and start counting them, you'll see that 23 shows up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the mode, it's 23. Sometimes you can have more than one mode. So here, 3 and 6 show up the most. So there are two modes, 3 and 6. It's called bimodal, okay? So that now that we understand that, let's go to the assignment. Again, remember the assignment is quiz review. That's what we're doing today. So go ahead and open that up. From the rising of the sun. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. And when you open this up, October 28th, maybe, but then you've got, this is what we're covering here, okay? So if you need to put this into, hold on. Okay, so if you need to, you can put these directions into Google Translate to see it, but basically here's the assignment. Make sure you open it up in Kami so you can mark it up and take notes for the quiz tomorrow, okay? Kami, okay, Kami. Okay, for me it looks a little bit different, but you're gonna open it up and that should be the document that you see. Okay, so here's the first question we've got. And what is it asking us to do? It's asking us to find the mean. So make sure you read the directions carefully. It's finding the mean for each data set. Remember, the mean is going to basically be you take up the numbers, you sum them or add them all up. You add up these numbers and you divide by the number of numbers. So let's see what we've got over here. How many numbers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. So we're going to take them and we're going to add them up. So this plus that, etc., plus that, plus that, plus that, plus that, plus that. So take your calculator and we're going to add those all up. Okay, 11 plus 7. I'm not going to make you plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 9 plus 5 plus 10 plus 4 equals. So I get 60. And there's how many numbers? There again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 60, but I have to divide by 9, right? Because the sum divided by n for the number of numbers. So that's going to equal what? Where's my calculator? Divided by 9 equals, so I got 6.66. That rounds to, pick the closest one to 6.67, okay? So that's how you do the mean. The next we're going to do is the median. What's the median? Okay, well, if we go over here, it says that it's the middle number, but it's got to be sorted in order, right? You got to put the value in order. So let's look at these numbers here. We know it's the middle number, right? But I'm going to show you something that you can do to save a little bit of time. So if you've got these numbers here, one thing you can do is you can take out the smallest. So the middle number, so I take out the smallest and then the biggest. The next smallest, the next biggest. The next smallest, the next biggest. And it's in the middle, right? So let's say I have numbers like this. Another example, example 2. So I have 8, 1, and 4. Now we know that the middle, if we put them in order, 1, 4, and 8, this would be the median, right? But let's say we don't know that. One thing we can do is we can take out the smallest, take out the biggest, and what do we have? We still have the median, okay? So now I'm going to show you how to apply that to our assignment today. So what do we have over here? Okay, so we have a lot of numbers. Are they in order? They're not in order. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the smallest and then the biggest at the same time, and whatever's left over. So what's the smallest? The smallest is 24. Let's see. So 23 is the smallest. Well, no, it's not. Sorry, that's not right. So there's these numbers too. So the smallest. What's the biggest? 41. Okay, the next smallest is 23. Next biggest is 37. Good. Next smallest, 24.5. Next biggest, 34.8. Next biggest, 24.8. Next smallest. Next biggest, 34.6. Okay, next smallest, 27. Next biggest. So that leaves 30.5 as the mean. It's the middle one. Now we could list them all out if we wanted. That would take a long time. And then we would go take away smallest, take away biggest, smallest, biggest, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we'd find the middle one, but that would take a lot longer. So my thought is you scratch out the smallest, scratch out the biggest. Scratch out the next smallest, scratch out the next biggest, okay? So that's how you can do something and find the median, okay? So now let's look at number 3. Okay, so finally, the next one is we're going to calculate the mode, okay? The mode is, again, it's the number which appears most often. So here we see which one. It's going to be 6, shows up 1, 2, 3 times, so that's the mode, okay? And remember, sometimes you can have more than one mode, and so in this list of numbers here, the modes are 3 and 6, okay? So let's look at the assignment and see what we got here. So here it's just about being careful and circling the ones that show up the most. So let's see. First, I'm going to scan the numbers to see if I can see anything that seems like it shows up. So 177, let me see how many times that shows up. See. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and just kind of carefully look at it again. So 3 times. Is there anything else that looks like it shows up? Let's see. Okay, 171 looks like it shows up quite a bit too. Let's see, 171, 1, 2, 3. That shows up 3 times also. How about any other numbers? 176 shows up 1, 2 times, so that's not going to be it. And none of the others show up more than that. Okay, so that means we have 2 modes in this case. We have 177 and 171. So there you go. So that's how you do that, okay? So that's how we do this assignment today. Now, whenever you see something like this, it says find the mean for each data set, and you don't see it above the others, that means you find it for all of these here. There are 4 different problems, okay? Same with median. Then you do median for all of the ones that are underneath the directions. And then finally, for the mode, same thing. for all of those 4, okay? And then when you're done, you're going to come back and put your answers into Canvas, okay? You're going to put your answers there, okay? And that's how we do the assignment today.